Allison Marc in the afternoon. Everybody's talking about that Janet Jackson documentary. And so, babe, I realized that I too grew up on Jackson Street, 2140 East Jackson Street.
Oh, yes, of course, a reference to the famous Jackson family. I think what are they, 2300 Jackson Street. Different city, same Midwest.
Yeah. And I guess since my
Midwest.
last name is not Jackson, it's not the same, but
Right.
I just thought I had that observation. I thought I'd share that with you, babe.
Well, so people are talking about this Janet Jackson two-part documentary.
I thought it was a 4-part documentary.
Okay, yeah, it's like 2 and 2. It was very confusing. It was like first night was
Did we see
1
the whole
and
thing?
2. Second night was 3 and 4. So I don't know. I don't know. We got to make sure we saw the whole thing because for me it was riveting. It was a look into a really private person and an even private family. Sort of pull the veil back a little bit, the curtain back, and I thought it was really well done. I thought it was great. I thought that it showed some of her warts, when she's in the studio with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, how, it wasn't all like, oh my God, this is kumbaya with these great albums and all this, no, she walked out a couple of times and...
Oops.
And all of that, and no, it wasn't all peaches and cream between her and Big Brother Michael. And so, yeah, I really enjoyed it. But, I consider myself a super fan.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my brother, I know we always talk about, like, who's bigger fan, me or my brother is like a super duper fan. I'm a super fan. And
Okay.
goodness knows I'm a fan of the Jacksons, period, and Michael. So, for me, it was probably how like some people feel with the Beatles documentary or the Beatles movie now in the IMAX theater. Just to see, we feel like we got a little bit of her.
And you know what? And she did. She willingly gave that piece up. I was listening to Donnie Simpson, who is an icon living. As I was listening to Donnie, and why is Donnie an icon living? Because Donnie has been to the Jacksons' home and talked to Mom. And talk to...
Aretha Franklin has cooked some macaroni and cheese for him.
Yeah, and so he was saying that Jimmy Jam called him before before it was on, and here's what I love about Janet. Janet called him and said, "Is it okay if I put that in?" So she put herself, didn't show her necessarily the best light, showed her being a human being, but the fact that she, probably our image of the Jacksons is she would want that out. No, she contacts Jimmy Jam and says, "Is it okay?" And he says, "Sure, right. Let it rip." And that's awesome.
Talks about her marriages. Didn't really go into the last marriage a lot.
Yeah, that was the one everybody has questions about.
The last marriage a lot. But, it's still her business. Like,
is it, baby?
It's her business. Damn, we don't need to know everything. We think we know, but we don't, who knows what she went through?
Yeah, probably,
who knows how painful it was? Yeah. Who knows whatever? So, anyway.
And the baby's involved,
And the baby's involved. And,
they come to find out another baby was not involved, right? That we always speculated that she had
She didn't talk about it.
They said the secret... so maybe we did miss something because I heard them talking about them saying that she addressed the baby thing.
Okay. It's really good. If you haven't seen it, I ask you to check it out. Let's celebrate people like Janet Jackson quietly trend-setting, music and fashion and a whole wave of new artists. So I really enjoyed it. Check it out if you can.
And candid as she was, she did say about the Michael allegations. She said, "I know my brother. He didn't do it. I know my brother." That was interesting, I thought.